Welcome to Ben Collins Drives. I'm back this time at Hard Up Garage with Sam. This is his field of, he calls it the field of dreams. He promised me exotic cars today, but he has lured me in with some amazing movie cars. This is absolute beauty. The car from Knight Rider, the original, yes?
That's it. Kit in Night Industries 2000. This car is so real in my mind. Okay, so it's a replica. This is the field of dreams.
It's not a real one.
It's not a real one. So it's a replica. It's got the right dashboard. It's got the right seats. It's got the right light on the front, and it actually did talk once when I parked it.
It looks real.
It is very good.
What's underneath it? Is it Pontiac?
So the car is a 1982 triple black Knight Rider. So basically a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. So basically what designates it being a Trans Am is the little louvers on the side of the car and the bulge.
Yeah.
So realistically, this is a real car. This is exactly what they made the car out of.
Yeah.
And in the UK, this is the only 1982. So basically, when the series came out was 1982, and this is about as accurate as you'll ever get.
I love your knowledge. Does it run?
It does run.
So
when parked.
Yes. Huh?
Ran when parked.
Oh right.
So
what? It's got a flat battery.
Probably.
Right. So look, let's go. Can we go around the field and actually find some that run, and then we'll drive them?
100%.
All right. Walk with us.
So, car one, one of the most iconic cars in the world. Lamborghini Diablo SV. Well, no, this is a VT, which stands for viscous traction.
Right.
If it was a real Lamborghini, it would be a VT.
It's got liquid diff.
Yeah, there's liquid in the diff.
Yeah.
But not in this. This is actually, I'll show you under the bonnet here. So what doesn't have your fabulous V12. This has got an LS supercharged V8 race engine in it.
With Lamborghini written on it.
With Lamborghini written on the rocker covers of a Chevrolet engine.
Yeah.
Just in case that someone didn't know. You've got to understand, there's not a lot of people that under a bonnet of a Lamborghini are going to know what they're looking at, right?
5.4.
I think it's a 6 litre LS6 supercharged.
Lovely.
Absolute rocket ship. 700 horsepower.
Put it in anything.
Put it in anything.
It goes well.
This car's going up for sale. This one's up for £45,000.
Right, okay.
If you can imagine how much a real Lamborghini Diablo is worth, well, it's probably 300-400 grand nowadays.
Yeah.
You're getting a bargain.
Are you though?
You are. This chassis here was built by a company in America, and what they did was they took
Who built it?
I think it's like Northwestern Customs or something like that in Dallas.
Yeah.
And basically what they did, they copied the complete chassis configuration of a Diablo.
So it's the box chassis, all the frame and everything is
all
matched?
exactly the same as a Diablo. Basically every part.
Yeah.
You've got Corvette front hubs, you've got Lamborghini headlights, Lamborghini rear lights, Lamborghini grills, badges, just lacking the actual Lamborghini part.
Okay, interesting. And the wings and everything, this is all made of the same material?
All replica, all fiberglass, all Bond-on body. All taken off the real model of a Lamborghini Diablo.
Did they run out of time though when it came to the interior?
No, that was me. I bought it, and we basically, the door cards are my favourite bit. So we had to get the car ready for a show.
Yeah.
And so I got some Raptor, some bed liner out, and I Raptored the door panels.
Yeah.
But inside, like realistically, apart from the fact that it's unfinished,
was it ever made? But do you not think, I mean, you maybe close a window, put it under cover, it's a 50 grand car, keep this indoors, maybe with a bit of TLC, treat it with some respect.
That makes a lot of sense. I do feel bad because it's been in the dry, in the dust and the grime for a long time. I've taken it out and cleaned it, and now it's raining.
Is this the essence of your garage though? You're hard on vehicles?
Yeah, hard on garage. Maybe we should rename it.
I like the seats. The seats look interesting.
Seats are very similar. They're very.
It's like a gaming chair. It's not actually attached.
There's Bluetooth.
So if you, it's attached by Bluetooth?
Yeah, so you can like connect your phone to it.
If you drive this, do you know what? The thing is, not only is it not attached, but looking at it, there was never an intention to attach it. There's no coupling to this chair.
There's a couple of things I've learned in life. You can't worry about the details.
I guess it is just passengers, not as important.
No.
Is the driver's chair pinned down?
Don't know.
Right.
Should we check?
Maybe we shouldn't try and drive. Does this drive?
Is the driver's seat attached?
I mean, I already know the answer, but for the purpose of Phil, I'm just going to double check.
I guess you could drive it from the bulkhead.
No, it's not.
No. Okay.
All right. Well, there's obviously
Diablo's nice car though.
It's a work in progress.
It is a project, which is something we're going to have in common in this field.
Yeah.
This is a project vehicle.
All right. So we're not going to drive this. It doesn't even run.
It does run.
It does run.
But it hasn't run in a long time.
Okay.
So it needs some love.
All right. Let's keep looking.
There's car one.
Pick a couple
Car
that
one.
we can drive.
So from fake Lamborghini although this looks like a fake Lamborghini, this is actually a real car that was driven by Tyrese Gibson, Roman Pierce in Fast and Furious 6 or 7.
Yeah.
When they were skidding across the ice. Right. There's a funny story behind this car.
Fast 8, maybe?
It might have been Fast 8.
6. There wasn't one of these.
Okay.
Okay.
This car here is built with real Lamborghini parts, yeah? And then they went to B&Q and got some gate hinges and screwed them in the carbon fibre.
Wow.
So yeah, so it is awful. It's had a big accident over here at some point.
Yeah.
It's owned by Freddie Tavares.
It's all right. Yeah.
So this is his car. There's only
T-shirt is that Freddie's or is that part of the? Is that actually part mechanical part of the machine?
No, I think that is essential to the lubrication of the fuel tank.
Maybe it's a noise damper or something.
It's actually to stop rain going in the petrol tank, basically. But yeah, real Lamborghini.
Yeah.
But the problem, so the interior of the seats are real. Once again, we have something in common. The interior is pretty awful.
Yeah. These seats look like real seats.
They
though.
are real seats.
But I mean, yeah, I'm used to movie cars and they get a pounding and you get used to driving stuff that's in this state.
Exactly. But once
This
again,
is really in a state.
it's missing something. Missing half the engine. So
I do believe that famous Dave, when he transported it to the show,
we did tape it shut.
he's duct taped.
This
Duct
is
taped an actual Lamborghini shut.
so under here you've got a very, very quick and fast, but not as quick and fast as the Jaguar engine.
It's a V.
It's a V engine that doesn't open.
Have you pulled the
No.
bonnet?
Does it actually work?
Bodywork doesn't really line up.
The lines are awful, yeah. But considering in a minute I'm going to show you another Murcielago, this one here, in my opinion, bodywork looks pretty awful. Like lines, filler work, scratches, damage. And this is the real one.
Right. There is an engine in here, is there?
There is an engine.
Oh, I can see something.
That work?
Wow.
It's got a Jaguar V6 in it.
Okay.
So basically the whole idea is in the UK,
Has it caught fire?
not yet, I think that's bird poo and dust.
Right. Something, but it looks like the fire extinguisher has gone off previously.
It does look like that's happened. I think it's mainly worked through bodywork out of respray at some point.
Yeah.
But in England, when they're working on a stunt car, it's easier for them to find spark plugs and parts for a Jaguar engine than it would be a V12. So basically, it was just to make life a little bit easier for the crew that were working on the film.
The ultimate Jaguar.
It is the ultimate Jaguar.
And to give it its due, it does actually sound and rev quite well.
It sounds really, really good.
I mean, it does
this
all
is
the right
running?
things. We have had it running. I will.
There's a theme here.
We can get it running. But the reason why there's a towel on top of the fuel cell is because the seal is not very good, and it's got condensation inside the fuel tank. And
Possibly
we've got water in the
explains the
fuel.
Yeah.
So
We only die once.
we have had it running.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe it's best.
Does
you don't-
good.
we
does
we
do
probably
good
could get it
donuts.
running again.
Yeah.
However, the sensible person in me, which doesn't happen very often, this isn't ours.
No, that's Freddie's. So if I bend it, I've got to pay for it.
All right. We won't break
And
that.
this is the only one, I think, of the cool luxury supercars that is real. We also don't own it. So
Yeah, it's awkward.
we'll just look at this one, I think, and drive around it.
What else would you like to look at? So we can go the Lambo route and carry on, get the Lambos out of the way, or we can go classics and Corvettes, or
Let's go
police cars.
classics.
Let's go classics.
I mean, you've really shown me some things I
Some
didn't
gems.
expect. The
So-
Lamborghini front.
Just over here, we've got a Jaguar C-Type. So this car here is, if this was a real car, this would be worth around £3 to £4 million. So
Yeah.
built by the amazing Terry Grant. Have you met Terry Grant?
Yeah. No,
So
sorry.
it's built by Terry Grant. It's a stunt vehicle. So basically, from
It's
the
been on
out,
its side. It's been drifted.
it's done donuts on these little radials,
Yeah.
cross plies or whatever. But this car itself is built to go like a rocket, handle well, but look the parts. This car here, if you drove up to Goodwood Revival,
Yeah.
to most of the untrained eye, you wouldn't know.
You might need to do something with the rusty wheels. But yeah, other than that,
Yeah, it looks like it's
Why
been
that
out.
makes
Oh,
it
they
look
finish it.
vintage.
That's it. But under here,
Yeah.
we've got a bit of a theme going. Another V6 Jaguar engine.
Okay.
Similar chassis, so you could hit anything in it and you'd probably come out okay, but the person you hit would not survive.
Yeah.
But goes like a rocket ship, fuel injection. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Probably weighs about 800 kilos.
That's good. So it's got good power to weight.
That's it. And this one, I think, runs with a jump pack.
Okay. So it won't run without a jump pack.
No.
Well,
It's quite a
it's
common.
not
Did
flat
Terry
pack.
just used to hold that with him when
Terry
he was
used to
driving?
have one in the passenger seat, yeah. As standard. But as obviously
And 3 girls balancing on the side of it as you two-wheeled it through the audience.
scantily clad.
almost certainly.
And then behind you we have
Oh,
something.
this is yes.
Very
Now this looks real as well.
This is real. So this is a 1978, I believe, Corvette C3. It's called the Turbinator.
I love Corvettes, and I love these gnarly shapes. Like really, they're so
It's
really
aggressive,
muscular.
isn't it?
Yeah,
You know.
old school.
And this car here was built for a lady called Irene Rorsch. Yeah, so on the dash it says built by Chevrolet for Hollywood actress Irene Rorsch. But when she got it, she wanted a whacking great turbo on it. So it is got a huge turbo hanging out the side of it, 3-inch outpipe, boost pipe built in, absolute animal.
Nitrous?
Has got nitrous, little bottle on the back, so
Bloody hell. That works.
that all works. Yeah, so it's quite scary, but yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Okay, hang on. So it's a V8 with a turbo
Yeah,
and nitrous oxide.
Yes.
Have you calculated what the horsepower is then?
not yet, probably 450, something like that.
It has to be more than that when you press that.
When you
button.
press that button, you're going to jump up there, aren't you?
You're going to jump up there, yeah. You're going to jump. I mean,
I think
in this
what
field, it's going to jump all over the
Power
place.
is probably going to jump up, but I think the rods will probably jump down.
Yeah,
But there is a slight problem with this one. So this one does start and run
yeah.
when parked, so we're going to have to make sure it runs and get jump back.
So I can drive it and have a go.
Kind of. We've got no brakes for this one.
Right. I'm all right with that actually.
Okay.
I mean, we're in an open field. It's just us. I'll just use gravity to slow down at the end.
I like
Can I jump in and have a go?
Cool, we'll get this. Josh, your job, while we're looking around this field of dreams, is to get this bad boy running, if you can.
I'll do the best.
Thank you.
If you get brakes as well, fantastic. I mean, does it have a handbrake or anything?
No, handbrake might work,
Oh, there you go.
you know. We die like real men, no airbags. But cool car, right?
It is cool. I mean, as you zone in slightly, there's a screw in there.
That's a screw and
holding
some
something in.
rust
There's a
and-
few bits and pieces. But actually, on the whole, this looks like an original.
It's an
sweet
original
car.
Corvette, really cool car.
Love it.
And someone's done a few bits on it, like put some vents on the bonnet and some stickers everywhere. Like there was a Shelby sticker on the back. I don't know why Carroll Shelby, the king of
involved.
Ford, would ever be touching a C3 Corvette. But yeah, it is what it is.
Maybe he's the one that broke the brakes.
That was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he slipped the lines. Right, behind it,
Love it.
cop car.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
So,
Good luck. Thank you for doing
Thanks,
some
Josh.
prep on that. Love that.
5 litre V8 real P71 police car.
Yes.
Yeah? Really cool, starts on a button, goes like a rocket.
Movie car.
Movie car, it was used in the movie called Sicario that's
Brilliant
filmed in El
film.
Paso.
Yeah.
We had it sticking up, took the stickers off and all the paint came off because basically a lot of these movie cars, for different films, they just blow them over in different colours to match the film that they're doing, whether they're in New York, Brooklyn, wherever they're working. But this car's quite rare, so basically when a car comes out of America and gets decommissioned, they basically have to remove everything out of this car, so like all the lights, the police lights, the searchlight, the trays, and the rear seats. This is the only one in the UK that on the back seats you've got the bit where, you know, when you get arrested and your arms are behind your seat.
You probably know better than me.
There's a real wheel in here. Sorry guys, apparently we just keep wheels in cars nowadays. These seats are basically designed so you can put your hands in cuffs behind the seat, and you don't hurt your wrists.
Nice
Basically,
touch.
it's quite cool.
It's got a bit of roll cage, so that could be useful today.
100%. I like a roll cage.
We should should get this out.
Okay.
It runs?
It runs and drives.
Beautiful.
Hang on, should we check?
The battery might be down with the discharges. However, we drove it in the field. Are we going to play cops and robbers?
We might have
Play
to.
cops and robbers.
Robin Reliant! Reliant Robin! Yes! On the run! Shoots and scores. That's awesome.
We play cops and robbers.
That's alive.
Yeah.
And then, so.
I saw this. I love these things. They're just great.
Oh, sorry.
The Reliant Robin. What a beaut!
Yeah, so I did a bit of
In Burgundy.
In Burgundy, or what they call it, Amarillo Red.
Yeah.
I drove around the field in it
Is that the
yesterday.
official name?
No, I made it up.
Okay.
But she's quite wobbly.
They all are.
Should we have a go?
Yes, go.
Oh, that's not nice, guys.
This is how we park it, because it's narrower on this side.
No one. This is the anti-theft device because the problem you've got nowadays is everyone will steal anything that's not bolted down.
Clarkson started a bit of a trend with this, the whole tipping. You know that went viral.
Yes.
It's like, these poor people who own these things were getting their cars tipped by people like you and you.
So have you seen the movie Cars,
Yeah.
where Lightning McQueen revs up and all the cows fall over?
Yes.
Well, basically all you have to do is sneeze and this falls over.
It's great though because you can see everything from here. It's sort of like the lawnmower engine, the diff.
Very handy to do
the oil
gearbox
leaks.
leaks.
You
So
can just
what-
do your work on it, can't you?
See the sump bung?
Yeah.
They put it here, right? So basically you can push your car over on your driveway, change the oil filter and drain the oil on its side.
I'm about to ask a stupid question, but you are joking, aren't you?
Yep. That was a Sam lie. I made
However,
I'm quite gullible. I was going to buy
it
that.
would actually work.
we had this on its side for a day and a half a couple of weeks ago, just for funs because we're strange, and we tipped it back over, and within 25 seconds it started.
Ready? Let's see if it starts.
It should start.
You reckon this one
It
was
doesn't seem to.
When you
doesn't
start
seem
the
worried. It doesn't seem to mind.
not Ben on starting its side because it will be.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't start on its side. No.
I thought he was about to.
To you.
Whoa.
What's up?
Gently.
Legs were underneath it when you did that.
You get a bit carried away. You don't want to break the suspension.
Will it start?
I've got to get to work and back in this.
It's a good car, right?
They're lovely. I think they're great fun. We've got to have a go in that.
Okay.
I mean, in the Field of Dreams, have you got any lap times for, running a course?
Not yet.
We
Not...
use the perimeter here. We can do a little, let's have a little course.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
On the button.
Yeah, spot on. Alright, so we'll definitely take that one for us.
Yep. I'll take that one. Thanks, Josh. Right, that one's good.
Good.
Beetle, 1968 Beetle.
Yep.
I bought this off a dead man.
Alright.
So basically, a man phoned me and said, "Sell him my Beetle. Are you interested?" He says, "I'm in hospital at the moment. I've got a couple of days left. Would you give me $3.5 for it?" I said, "Yep, I'll give you $3.5 for it. No worries." And then I sent him £500 deposit. Never met him. Just saw it on eBay. And then my phone, never got a phone call for about 4 months. I was like, obviously just lost my money, haven't I? Got a phone call and this lovely lady phoned me and goes, "Oh, hi, my partner passed away. We got the funeral out of the way and stuff like that. Just thought I'd let you know when you come to get your Beetle." I was like, okay, no worries. Went and picked it up, bought it. And she said, "Look,
Nice.
if you could ever get it back on the road, it would mean the world to me." So it's back on the road. It's running and driving
Awesome.
when parked.
Okay.
So there's a common thing here.
It's got a lot of camber.
A lot of camber. It's been dropped on the back, dropped on the front.
Right.
It's just...
You mean you dropped it off the flatbed? Or
No, he did that with the Anglia, but we'll get to that in a minute.
So this is deliberate
It's
modification.
deliberate.
I'm not
supposed
sure
to
you're
be
going to improve
cool.
the handling.
Exactly.
I
But
can't get my head around this camber sort of fetish.
no,
I mean, it ruins the handling and it's going to ruin the tyres.
100%.
I guess it looks kind of cool.
But I think people think, like, fashion over function.
Yeah. All right.
Cool
Good.
car.
I'm glad you're working on that.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, beautiful.
Super cool. So this has got a 428 in it. It's got a big block Ford in it. I bought this from the Isle of Wight from a huge car collection. Really nice car. We've got that running and driving, but the start motor's packed up.
Yeah.
So it does run and drive, just not at the moment. A bit like everything else. Behind you, probably one of the only cars in the field that you could just jump in and do whatever you want to.
Is this your baby?
No, this came in 2 days ago. I bought it. 2017 Audi S5.
It's the V8. Hang on, the V8
V6
or is it the V6 turbo?
V6
So I was amazed because I have one of these and they're fantastic. And I really was convinced that when I tried the turbo, having driven the V8,
You wouldn't be impressed.
no, and I hate to admit it, but the power delivery was smoother, more linear.
You jump into dynamic mode, the exhaust sounds louder. I don't know if it plays through the stereo. You kind of got that feeling that when you're driving it, for some reason, you click into dynamic, you got that drone. When you open the window, you don't really have it. So I think they must sort of maybe connect something up that plays a bit of the audio through the speakers or something. But really cool car, massage seats, red leather.
Oh, really?
It's a lot of car for your money.
Red leather. Okay, so it's like a sort of it's Dracula Pimp My Ride.
So, a little bit of a twist, like everything I own. It is categorised, it's been in an accident at some point in its life. But
Yeah.
this is where it gets down to the
In
nitty-gritty.
your hands or someone
No,
else?
no, it's the guy before me bought it in lockdown. He gave £17,500 for it damaged. It's
Yeah.
a 28 grand car.
Yeah.
Then he spent over £20,000 repairing it. Then he
That's
sent it to Audi for £8,000 engine rebuild. And then I bought it for 14.5 grand.
Sweet.
So it's a bargain. It's a lot of car for Mondeo money.
So where was the impact?
In this corner here, but you'll never be able to tell. Everything's been completely replaced.
They've done all that.
It goes like an absolute rocket.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Um,
Good car.
lots of toys. So over here, talking about movie cars. So there was a lady, she was 72 years old, contacted me off my YouTube channel and says, "I've got one of the original Anglias from Harry Potter."
Yeah.
So I worked for 3 years to try and buy this, and I'm pretty sure it's fake, basically.
Oh, you're
'cause
not okay.
She says
It's an original car though, isn't it?
It's an original
But
Ford
why is it in
Anglia.
the film, you don't know.
We don't know, but a gentleman at Warner Brothers has reached out to me,
Yeah.
and he has offered to authenticate it, which is quite cool.
Brilliant.
And on that note, I also bought another one last week from a museum, which is apparently also supposed to be an original car.
Yeah.
So we'll only find out, but really cool car. And the other day, this plonker had it on the back of the recovery truck. I said, "Put a ratchet strap on the wheel." And he said, "Yeah, no worries." And it fell off the recovery truck.
Right.
But yeah,
Is that why there's a bit of a hole
Yep.
down there? Yeah.
no problems, just solutions.
Yep.
It's fine, it's all weldable, but yeah, to my defence, it had a winch cable on it that came off.
It's okay, don't worry about it. I'm not going to blame you much longer.
The car is kind of still smiling.
It is smiling.
It's fine, it's the one
Angrily.
that got attacked by
It's
the
just
tree.
got a slight grimace in the corner
Yeah.
of its mouth. That's interesting.
So Pontiac Fiero, so one of my favourite cars.
That is real.
That
It
is
looks like
real.
half a car.
It is.
But-
This is how it left the factory. Automatic. I think it's a 2.6
Yeah.
V6. Rocket ship. I could be with someone out there screaming at me. It might be a 2.8. But a little car.
It's beautiful.
Sporty bit of thing. But what I'm doing in Fast and Furious 9 or 10,
Yeah.
they put a rocket on the roof of one of these and
Why
went
not?
to Spain. Or
Space.
Yeah.
Space, not Spain.
Good, out of space.
So again, the interior looks worse than the outside.
Yeah.
The steering wheel's had a hard time.
I
It
think
looks
the
like
rain is really helping with the appearance of the collection of my cars.
It looks like it floated across the sea to get here.
It did. But yeah, we're going to put a rocket on the roof of this.
Yeah.
That'd be quite fun. There's a company called Yorkshire Props up north, and they're making a huge X-wing at the moment, a full-size one's probably the size of this car collection
Yeah.
for obviously a Star Wars movie. And he said, look, drop it to me. I've got all the rockets and stuff, and we'll make it into the one from the movie.
So where are Yorkshire props?
Yorkshire. And what do they make? Props. Behind you, looks like it's also travelled under the sea,
Nice patina and the moss and everything like that. It really blends in.
or as my friend likes to call it, patina.
Yeah.
Which makes me angry inside. But cool car, big block, 360 Ford engine,
Yeah.
automatic. Bought it from El Paso, Texas. Got it to the port, started, drove here with a bit of fuel and a jump pack. I bet this fires straight up. Really strong engine. Brakes do work on this as well.
Does it
Cool
smell
car.
like it looks?
I think it smells like anthrax.
It doesn't. It's got
It's got that feeling of neglected childhood.
So this car looks like the sort of thing that's tough, that's built tough, would still run. Actually, it isn't as horrendous inside to look at. So there is stuff growing in it.
Yeah.
There's some, you got stuff
You
back
got some
there.
moss and some.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, them back seats. I reckon you don't want to get a black light in there.
I don't want to seem like lazy or picky or anything. But
You
I'd
don't-
rather not drive one that's going to give me a disease.
Okay.
Or, without a gas mask anyway.
COVID 22 is off the table
Yeah.
today. Okay.
I definitely want to drive the Corvette.
Yep.
Definitely we should have a go in the Robin.
Yep.
And what else? One more we saw.
Police
Quite like
car?
the look of. Yeah, police car.
Okay.
Tell you what, if I drive the police car,
Yep.
we could do a little chase around here. We could do a little race, whatever you want to do.
Cops and Robins.
What could you drive?
I got a little Fiesta that you're going to love.
Let's have a look at that. Where's
Where's
that?
the Fiesta?
Oh, that's just parked at the top. It's
Okay.
tucked away.
So just before I send Josh to go get the contending car
Yeah.
for the race, this car here, quite literally one of the worst cars I've ever bought. So I sold this car twice from my dealership and bought it back twice.
Yeah.
So this is a Toyota Auris, automatic, awful, manual gearbox, but an electronic computer that changes gear for you.
What did you do? Play car football with it?
We actually drove it through a motorhome 4 times.
3
On its side?
We drove it through, and then we drove it through again.
Yeah.
And then we just thought, well, we'll drive it through again. So we drove it through again.
And then my mate Freddie,
Destructive little suckers, aren't you?
Yeah.
then Tavarish flew over from Florida with a pot, okay,
Yeah.
of sand that was found in his
From the McLaren.
McLaren, and basically the engine overheats, so we're not wasting stuff for the sake of it. We wanted to see how long the engine would run on McLaren P1 sand.
Right.
About 23 seconds.
And then what did it break?
Well,
I think actually it ran out of fuel.
I don't think it did. No, it was like getting tighter and tighter. It was like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr." So it's basically the sand starting the
A
bearings.
nasty death.
Yeah, it died, and then we jumped on the roof and smashed the windows, and just because you might as well go out of a bang.
For a car that was so unreliable when it was trying to be sort of a sales car to be sold, it did us sort of quite surprisingly well.
It's done really well.
The whole day through the RV, it didn't miss a beat. It was perfect.
They're
good as
tough.
gold.
They're built tough, but if you put sand in the engine, it's not going to like
doesn't
it.
like it.
No, it didn't like it.
Behind you, can you go get the Fiesta,
I'm going to
please?
go and get the Fiesta.
Thank you
We're
very
gonna do
much.
some
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
And behind you, Coombs replicas. This is a Mark II Jaguar Coombs replica.
This looks real.
It's a real Mark II Jag.
Yeah.
All the little refinements. It's even got the Coombs belt that goes over the bonnet. You've also got on the Coombs logo on the dashboard.
Is that
Free
mould
bit of
meant-
mould.
yeah.
Yep. Free mould. But cool car. Really cool car. Original Mark II Jag. Solid as a rock. A few little bubbles here and there. But a really good example of a Mark II Jag of its time. The interior is fantastic. But in the boot,
Sorry to be a cynic, but
Yeah.
I kind of Do I trust you? This is a real one.
This is the real one. You can't fake it. Okay, put your head in it and tell me if you think it's real. Smell it.
Yeah, smells real.
That's definitely a real Mark II Jag.
A lovely old steering wheel.
Bit in the boot.
Fantastic.
You're gonna like it. These cars were known as robbers' cars back in the day.
Yeah.
So you've got like the Bank of England and like fake banknotes and gold bars and stuff. So
And for self-defence, you've got one of these.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Someone had some fun at some point. But I bought a big car collection from the Isle of Wight. It was part of it.
Yeah.
Then over here, one of my favourite cars of all time, and one of the only cars in this field I'm not allowed to sell. 1982 Pontiac Trans Am from the most iconic series.
Love these things. And actually, on the Fast and Furious film, I got to work for Andy Gill, who was the original stunt driver for Knight Rider. Him and there's a couple other guys working on that. And but yeah, he was telling us stories about how they used to back these out of the truck when it was moving.
Yeah.
And the jumps and all that stuff. Just love these. Just great characters, aren't they?
It's a bit of fun, and for me, it's really rare because they made lots and lots of Pontiac Firebirds, which is like the base model, like your Ford Focus, basically. And then they did the ST version, which was the Trans Am. So you had more horsepower, bonnet bulge, PMD interior, and these wing vents. So this is like about as close as you'll ever get. So this is a real car, but replica of a movie vehicle, if that makes sense.
They've done a good job with it. But interior-wise as well.
Interior
They've
is
done I mean,
really, really good.
you can
You've got
see
the
you've got
dashboard,
other
the lights.
uses. Oh wow, now check out the dash. It's amazing. It's got the proper yoke and everything.
Yeah, you got the proper,
That's wicked.
and then you flick the key,
It's just so Atari.
and nothing works because the battery's dead.
Okay.
But you got all the lights, it all lights up,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But really cool, and it's manual, which is super rare for an American car.
No way.
Normally they're all automatic, but 5-speed manual allows you to drop the clutch and be a plonker in it and have some fun.
Yeah. You don't want to get too crossed up though with the old yoke. Your hands just don't have anywhere to go.
And it's, I bet that really hurts when it comes down and hits
Yeah.
you in the knee if you're not ready for it.
Does this one talk?
It does talk, but I haven't plugged it in. It's in that box over there. It's
All right.
brand new, bought from America. Talking of replicas,
Yep.
Ferrari 355 replica, 2-litre petrol, MR2, turbo
Yeah.
engine, whacking great turbo,
So is that
4-branch manifold.
Body on a Mazda.
It's a Toyota MR2.
Sorry, Toyota.
But this is probably one of the rarest Toyota MR2s in the country. So the VIN number is 0000355. So it's number 355 MR2 off the production line ever, and someone's made a 355 replica out
Of
of it,
course you would.
which is kind of, it was calling to be done.
When you look at it, there's something wrong with the proportions.
I think it's the
sort of
whole
looks
car.
Like it's on the piss back end.
It's not right, you know. There's a few lines. It was moulded off a real car, so in proportion,
Yeah.
you parked it next to a real one. It's near on identical, basically.
It's the wheel arches really give it away.
The bulbous edges to it,
Yeah.
the lines aren't particularly perfect, but these are real Ferrari wheels. Look at the size of those wheel spaces. 9-inch
Oh, that's ugly.
alley. It's,
Yeah.
it's ugly, you know. But it does make you smile, though.
It's yeah.
Talking of replicas,
It runs. This one.
runs, drives, starts, stops.
What's this?
That is a alloy wheel protector.
What,
Which-
the red line.
The red tape, so it's supposed to protect the alloys, but what it's really doing is hiding the scratch marks of the alloys that are already there.
Do you need those on all the cars you drive?
All of them.
Yeah, I should think so. I reckon it's a good warning for pedestrians too.
Exactly.
Well, I haven't seen you drive yet, so that's
Yet.
possibly harsh, but I'm just looking at the way you treat things in general. It could be a theme.
Behind you,
This looks lovely.
really, really cool. So, based on a Jaguar D-Type, once again, a £4 million car if it was
Yeah.
real. But this is quite clever. So this car itself, if you want to grab this side of the bonnet,
Yeah, I think
this
so.
car, the body looks iconic to being like a really early 50s car. But under the bonnet, original Jaguar running gear, but the chassis is a TVR. So it goes like the clappers, sounds original because you've got a Jaguar V straight 6 in it,
Yeah.
but it handles in like a modern era, modern brakes.
Handles like a TVR.
Handles like a TVR.
Badly.
Really badly.
I know you like this car though.
I like this car a lot, but I'm still not fussed about selling it. So if any of you lovely people want to buy it, she's for sale. But
That's a massive lump in your front.
it's a lot of car. But so this is quite funny. So when you look at this engine, Jaguar made a variety of straight 6 engines, right? They made a 4-litre 3.2, was it, Chris?
2.4,
2.4,
4.2,
4.2,
3.8.
3.8. So this engine here looks like a big 4.2, but it's actually a 2.4.
What?
So basically what they've done is they didn't ever change the cylinder capacity. They changed the the height of the piston.
Oh really?
So
it's a
basically,
short throw piston.
So yeah, exactly. So it's 2.4. You've got less throw on a piston, therefore a bit better. And this one did run.
Is this signed by Sterling Moss?
I think it might be his brother Stan Moss.
Okay.
I don't know. It could be.
Everything's a bit hooky.
But you got Sterling Moss written on the door. You got Moss Racing.
Yeah.
You've got labels everywhere. But
What the hell's going on there? What is that about?
that is a handbrake that's made out of something awful.
That's one of those grip things, isn't it?
That is a awful handbrake. Yeah. We found one that runs. Oh, the seat is very.
Are you a kind
nice.
of mechanic, or what do you?
I'm a qualified Mercedes mechanic. I trained at Mercedes for years.
Yeah.
But now I sit in an office and sell cars, so I don't like getting dirty.
More joke. Sounds like the battery's got a similar disease to the other cars.
Come on!
Never say die.
We're not having very much luck today.
Is it luck though?
No, it's just me.
It's getting going now.
It's considering. On that note, at least you could hear it turning over, because it would have been really boring if you didn't hear it turning
Yeah,
over.
it's good. It sounds good and dangerous at the same time.
Yep.
What is that gripper actually? Is that it's attached to the chassis in a way that makes it look like it's holding the car together?
Yeah, so basically what it's designed to, the man that I bought this from on the Isle of Wight, he was responsible for this car. He was also at the Thunderbird,
Yeah.
the Mark II Jag, and basically I bought about 8 cars off him, and he liked a Fettel and a Play. So behind this rubber mat here is a handbrake linkage, right?
That's quite interesting.
And what he thought was, if I bought this,
Yeah.
I could pump that pulls that and puts the handbrake on.
How many pumps is it to actually make it work?
3 apparently, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think it actually works. I think it just looks, it doesn't even look good.
It can't be road legal.
Well, it's actually MOT and tax exempt, so technically it is legal. Very cool though, right?
Yeah, very cool.
Bit of fun.
Very cool.
Last but not least, actually second last but not least, Lamborghini Murcielago.
Yes,
Like better lines than the orange one.
it's replica again.
Replica again.
Yep.
2 litre MR2 turbo.
Really?
And so it's been lengthened about 1.5 foot.
Because this doesn't look. I mean, that looks not real. This
Yep.
actually looks quite real.
So this car here, when you start looking at the details, there are some bits on it that aren't great, but overall, it used to run. I can imagine my lap, the battery's flat.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because that's like a common thing here.
There's always something missing with your cars, isn't there?
The
Like
batteries.
the knob for the gear stick.
Yeah. The
you
knob
know,
that's in the driver's seat normally.
power,
Power.
electric sometimes, and the other things. And
But the seats are fantastic. That they've got all the headrests. That they look very, very similar to the
seats
orange
look
car.
real. I'll give you that. Yeah.
But real rear lights, real windscreen,
Yep.
real windows. Yeah, it's quite a cool looking replica. But that's going up for sale. And then last but not least is my Mark 1 Escort Mexico over there. Which has
That
got-
looks like a piece of work.
that is.
That's
and
real
then
deal.
There's a real Ford Escort,
Beautiful.
but not a Mexico. It's a replica. Oh, Honda CRX.
Oh wow, yes.
So
That's fantastic.
this
is
I've been
real.
trying to buy this car for 15 years.
Yeah.
right? Lady was 94 years old. One owner from new, bought it from Crown Honda.
This is a beaut.
45,000 miles. Starts, drives, stops. Unlike the rest of my
The
cars,
seats look almost new.
they're
Amazing.
immaculate. They do smell of old lady, but
Where are we? Oh. Don't worry if it doesn't start.
the
I can
battery
imagine
is dead.
It's okay.
But 45,000 miles, one lady owner from new.
Yeah.
And like she basically spec'd it with a sunroof, the foam spoiler, the rear fold down seat and the alloy wheels. So
I
it's
think you
a
should
really,
keep this.
this is like something you want to lose for 20 years, isn't it?
You should keep this. This is going to go up in value. This is a great bit of kit. I mean, it's for one owner. What's impossible to replicate is the interior.
Yep.
You can fix everything, bits of metal, whatever. But that stuff you'll never get again.
You'll never
Costs
get it
an
back.
absolute fortune, and it's all mint.
It's got the original taxis holder, it's got the original number plates, the original crown key ring, all matches. And Honda 10 years ago when they brought out the CRX, like the new replica, the new version of it,
Yeah.
the modern version, they used this car in the promo video.
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool.
I would keep it. I think it's a great bit of kit. Let's not destroy this one.
No, we won't drive this one anywhere silly. And the Jurassic Park car. So my kids love Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
No, my luck, probably like everything else in the field. She's a runner.
This one is a rebel.
It's honestly, it's one of the best cars I've ever bought.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
500 quid for it, as it is.
That's a great deal.
And then spent £1,000 putting it for an MOT because it was rotten as a pair.
Ah.
But you know what? It's never let me down. Starts every time.
Chassis rotten? Or what's
It
wrong with
was rotten when I bought it, not anymore. She's solid as a rock. But every time I put it in for an MOT, it goes straight through. 3 years now.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of fun.
It looks cool. So, I get it, yeah. And it came like this, or you? Or
It
someone
came
wrapped it?
already like this. The person painted it as it is.
Yeah.
Just a bit of fun.
Love it.
If you're not smiling, there's no point doing it, right?
It's not. The lights work.
The lights do work. They just need to be wired in. So no, they don't work.
Sorry, I always point out stuff that's not quite there. Yeah, that's a great car.
It's a bit of fun. But last but not least, Marvel Escort. So Marvel Escort, once again, is a real Ford Escort.
Yeah.
An unwelded Ford Escort. It's never been welded in its life.
Yeah.
It's done up as a Mexico, but it is actually a 1.1 base car that had been made to look like a rally car basically. So you've got everything you want: 2.1 Burton, 5-speed manual, roll cage, bucket seats. It is the holy grail of Ford Escort, especially being unwelded. But when he did it in such a way which I love, because a Mexico Ford Escort should have a rather bulbous rear wheel arch. But where the car had never been welded, he was like, I don't want to change that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it, the looks and the aesthetics of a Mark 1 Escort rally car, but we're going to leave bits and pieces alone that don't need to be played with.
So he was sympathetic,
He was.
unlike some of them. Yeah.
The
And
other-
these tiny wheels, that's actually an original feature. Isn't
that
it?
was it, 13-inch, they're like a mini light style wheel, would have been exactly as it
Yeah.
was.
It's like a skateboard.
But like, considering this has been in storage for about 2 years, we got it out this morning, and there's this crazy thing that happened, is that the battery was flat.
Batteries are never flat on your cars, Sam.
Burton 2.1, no rust, no rot, it's absolutely solid as a rock.
Yeah. Roll bar, the whole thing.
Twin 40s, it's absolutely brilliant.
Keeper. Another keeper. Or
Another
what do you
keeper.
do with this one?
No, she's up for sale. I'm selling the whole field. The whole field.
Really?
Not selling the field.
Okay,
Not yours
you're
to
keeping
sell.
the field. Selling all the cars in the field, apart from the Jurassic Park car
Yeah.
and Knight Rider.
What about that Honda?
Honda's going up for sale. I've got a man for that.
Oh.
His name's Ben, and he used to wear a white helmet.
I might have to go and bid on that. So where is this auction? You're going to do this or
I'm
where?
thinking about putting it through auction unless someone jumps on it, but you'll never find another one like that in the world.
No.
One lady owner. And I say, I've even got the original bill of sale from when she bought it brand new.
You're pulling my heartstrings. Just want to save that car.
Sold. Imagine that.
Let's see if we're still talking at the end of the day.
Okay, so
Because,
now
we're going to race.
we're going to leave the video there, okay? Because you guys, we're going to leave you on the edge of your seats a little bit. On the next episode, right, we're going to race the Ford Fiesta of Dreams
Yes.
against the police car. You're going to show me how to be a stunt. You're going to show me how to be a chased or the chaser.
I think it's a mix. I mean, every race is a chase.
Okay.
So to be fair, I race for a living. So
Yeah.
I should, and I've probably got more power in the
Yeah.
police car, but it's heavy and it's a wet, muddy field. So I think we'll actually do all right at the Fiesta.
Okay, so
Got
I'll
great
drive
turning
the
circle
Fiesta
too.
with my co-pilot Josh.
You boys
I'll give
can
you-
have
I'll give you a few
head
pointers.
start.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And then first to the finish.
Cool.
Simple.
Right there, mate.
Yeah. How are you, mate?
I was-
Good to see you.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Just holding those in.
So there's a couple of problems. So there's parts out here, lots of stuff outside of the car.
Yeah.
And you're in your pants.
Oh, it's a thing I do on my channel sometimes. And sometimes I just like to lighten the car. This hasn't got much power, so I thought, I'd just make it count.
Okay. So what are you saying? So is it all for one and one for all? Do I also have to be in my pants?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to, but it will definitely save weight. I prefer it if you did, we can go for a few laps of the field. Obviously, I'll try not to tip it over.
The Uggs are
or
off.
anything stupid. Those are
Most
nice
of you people
boots.
at home have never seen me take my Ugg boots off, and now I'm committing to the cause, getting the belly out. So I
Weight
don't.
saving. It's always the gift of handling. I mean, the less centrifugal force, the less likely you are to roll over, which is always can be an issue with these vehicles. Very smart. It's a good choice of pants.
I'm really glad I went for the 6-year-old outside pantaloon. But this is something I wasn't expecting.
I've saved the t-shirt though because I felt it was a bit chilly, and judging by your
I've got a bit of a belly going, which is going to keep me.
No,
warm.
you look great. You look great.
Right.
Do we need some choke on this
Yeah, the
bad
heater
boy?
works good. Look.
Oh.
So what's the plan?
Well, you've got the space here. I thought we'd do a power test.
Okay.
Take this for a spin, check out the handling, and yeah, put this thing through its paces, really.
So with the reduction of interior and clothes, the power rate ratio of like a...
Power to weight's got to be, I mean, it's got to be similar to one of these Ferraris or Lambos you've got.
Okay.
Maybe not. I mean, but the great thing with these cars is that, you know, they are practical. It's, you know, it's got humble power. It's efficient. People joke about them. People tip them over, right? I think it's an unkindness.
2 laps?
But actually, I think 2 laps. I believe we're going to come out of this with a big grin on our faces.
Big smile.
That's what it's all about.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
She runs!
So, how many times have you driven a Reliant?
Well, this is the second time. I mean, I have driven it once before and I did roll it over, but I was in competition with the legend of Ken Block, who barrel rolled his. But I did manage to get one extra roll out of it at Top Gear track.
So you're basically saying you're the best roller of Reliance both sides of Bobbington Tank Museum.
Hang in there! You're all right, hang in.
My God.
It's only 850cc.
The suspension though is not bad, is it?
It's good. I love these things. It is practically impossible.
There's a
to
pole,
roll.
there's a pole, there's a pole!
No, it's right. There's some bumpy stuff. Hold on. It takes it well. It takes it well. And do you know what? You can actually.
Oh my God.
This thing's got good balance. You can 3-wheel drift it. Feel it.
It's like lifting a leg up like it's having a wee, like a dog.
It is lifting its leg. It won't go over though.
Oh my God.
This car doesn't want to roll. You've really got to push it beyond.
It just feels
Right,
like it wants to.
Second lap.
It feels like it wants to be driven.
I did notice something when I drove in here. I thought that, you know,
Oh my God.
it was calling to me.
Yeah.
Calling.
The fact that, you know, we're in a field of dreams. Ben, there's a pole, there's a pole!
So the trick is, with the car's sinking, some people say you should equalise the pressure. And let the windows go and the water come up. I always think it's best to get out.
Why is it so cold?
Well, it's an English swimming pool. What do you expect?
I'm getting in it all!
That's a lot quicker than I thought.
What are you doing now? Lovely, isn't it? For a moment, he's got to go. One of you's got to dive in and put the strap on.
I thought the windscreen was coming in.
Oh, Josh.
So the problem is, when you land a Reliant into a green pool, right, there is actually a car in that pool. I know you can't see it,
I'm on its roof.
but we're going to show you the pool without the car in it. The worst thing is,
Batman. Going. She's going. Raising the Titanic. You're opening the back door, really. You open the back door, Josh. Let the water out. Don't open. It's probably wet. That'll be the water.
That's hilarious.
The old drink. No. Oh, it's nearly out, isn't it?
How far can you extend in or not?
When the water's out.
No, I mean, like that is a shot.
So following a long tradition of hardship and abuse, I give you the Reliant Robin. It's a beautiful car. Sam, thank you, mate.
Mate,
Did you get the fish out of your ears?
I did get the fish out my ears and the algae out my teeth. But
It's still going.
it's like a
still work.
sculpture.
Yeah, they're a tough car.
I reckon the next time you come here, that's going to be running and driving again.
Get it running. I reckon next time you can turn it into a flow. But look, I've had such a great time. So
It's going to amazing.
thank
Honestly,
you for the Field of Dreams and the Pool of Charm.
the stuff you've done in your life, right? You've raced around a track. You're probably the most famous driver in the world. But have you ever driven into a pool with a man in your pants?
I never have.
There you go.
Fine strapping man you are. Right, to the next adventure. Cheers, guys. Thank
See
you.
you again, guys.